John Smoltz 4-0 in postseason, 2-0 this year in the league championship series.
That's especially noteworthy because of the kind of production that Toronto has had from White and Alomar in its 11 championship series games over the last 2 years. They're off to a similar start tonight as White struck out on the pitch high and tight. Now Roberto Alomar. Bounce back to the mound on the hop, and Smoltz throws him out.
To him. John Smoltz with various ways to get a hitter out,
including the strikeout with the breaking ball. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. 2 strikeouts in the inning for John Smoltz.
We mentioned how many ways John Smoltz had to get you out, and David Cone is similar.
Slap to left field, charging hard Carter to make the catch. I think the fact that David Wells was wearing the Cone head is indicative of the fact that David Cone,
first dibs on Cone after the season. He will, in all probability, declare free agency.
Deion Sanders takes his first World Series pitch ever to deep right field. Winfield to the wall to make the catch. But as he pointed out, a lot of pitchers ran up impressive records against Atlanta in 1987 and 88. That's when most of David's damage was done. Lee has to hurry. On the move, he throws him out by a running step. Each side goes in order in the first. After 1 inning in game 2, there is no score. Now the 2-2 pitch. Struck him out with the breaking ball. 4 men have come to the plate for Toronto against John Smoltz, and 3 of them have struck out.
And still fouls it back the other way. Smoltz and Cone both throwing awfully hard.
And the breaking ball freezes Olerud. So after the 92-mile-per-hour fastball, Olerud caught looking at the breaking ball. 5 in a row retired by Smoltz to start the ball game.
That's what he told us before the game this evening.
Trying to strike out the side. He does with the breaking ball again. 6 Blue Jays have come to the plate against Smoltz. 5 of them have fanned. After an inning and a half, no score. And that's ball 4. David Justice is the first base runner of the night. Jeff Blauser is on deck. The 2-1 pitch. Well hit to center. Devon White sprinting back toward the track, and he is there to make the catch. Justice went all the way to second. The throw comes to first. Not in time. To the right side, or slapping the ball with a swing to the right side. The runner takes off. The pitch is strike. The throw goes into center field. Justice will remain at second. The play was backed up by Devon White. Borders throw to the right field side of the bag.
That's one of the reasons they steal so much on Cone. The catcher's not in good position to throw.
Slapped is short. Lee will try third. It hits the runner. Justice safe at third. Blauser aboard at first.
Bad play. Bad play. With 1 out, with nobody out, you can understand it.
We've yet to have a hit in this ball game. The runner takes off from first. The pitch gets by Borders. Justice coming to the plate. And he is safe, and all the way to third goes Jeff Blauser. 1-0 Atlanta. Now the payoff pitch. Ball 4. Second walk in the inning thrown by Cone. Runners at the corners and 1 out. In the second inning, the Braves lead 1-0. Slapped to short. Lee, nice play to his left. Double play ends the inning. And the Braves get just one. After 2 innings, David Cone and the Blue Jays trail 1-0. Chopped down to third. A long throw for Pendleton. And it's on the money. 1 out in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, easily.
Well hit. Right center field. Justice on the run. And just in front of the warning track, he makes the catch. Smoltz working quickly. And who'd have thunk it? The first hit of the night comes from David Cone, the pitcher. A slap base hit through the left side of the infield.
That is only the 3rd hit at a single for the Baltimore Orioles in the 1979 League Championship Series.
Now Devon White lines one to right. A great catch by Justice. The defensive play of the World Series to date made by David Justice in right field. Strike 3. That's the first strikeout of the night for the Major League strikeout leader in 1992, David Cone. Trying to hide the fact, perhaps, that he's warming his hand. Camouflage hand warmer. In center field, Devon White takes the line drive. 2 down.
Yeah, that hand warmer looks like something you'd take to a duck blind, not to a dugout. The New York Mets and the Atlanta Braves train very close together. The Mets in Port St. Lucie, Florida, and Atlanta in West Palm Beach. So they play each other often, and Sanders really zeroing in on David Cone, and that's another reason, like you normally would throw it. It's one thing you try to guard against.
Sanders on the move. Borders won't try the throw. He couldn't get it out of his glove on the first attempt. He was also handicapped by the swing of Pendleton, and Sanders has the stolen base, the 3rd of the night already for the Braves. Now the 3-2 pitch. Bounced up the middle. Alomar, great diving stop to keep it in the infield. Roberto Alomar, the Gold Glove winner at second base, saved a run for Toronto by knocking that one down and keeping it in the infield.
Sanders could score from third base on the throw to second.
He had a glimpse of Gene Tennis in the Toronto dugout. He calls the pitch outs. That's a high fly ball along the right field line. Winfield in the corner makes the catch in fair territory, and the Braves strand 2. After 3 innings in game 2, it's Atlanta 1 and Toronto nothing. The meat of the batting order coming up. The 3-0 offering is high, ball 4.
The last time Joe Carter came up, you may remember the pitch sequence.
In the game. Alomar bluffed towards second, and now that Berryhill can't find the ball and went after it rather lackadaisically, Alomar takes second. Had Berryhill fielded that, they might have had Alomar trapped between first and second.
And if they didn't trap him, then they at least hold him to first base.
He had 4 hits last night. Only had 4 base runners last night. Popped up. Pendleton. 1 out. And Winfield helping to get Gaston into the World Series as a manager for the first time. Little squibber out in front of the plate. Smoltz, not much of a throw, but he got it there in time to get Winfield for the second out on the play. Roberto Alomar took third. John Olerud, the batter. Here is the pitch in the dirt. Here comes Alomar. Berryhill to Smoltz, and he is out at the plate. Rich Hacker, the third base coach, keeps Alomar away from Mike Riley, and Cito Gaston is hot.
We talked of the wild pitch. Berryhill allows it to trickle away from him. He gets it back to Smoltz, and we'll see if he's safe.
Yes,
he was
is safe.
Easily, not even close.
And ball 4, didn't miss by much. Bream aboard to start the inning on the 4th walk thrown by David Cone.
And falling behind a lot of Atlanta hitters.
Bream takes off on the 3-1 pitch. It's lined into right field. Bream does not stop around second. He's into third ahead of the throw. First and third and nobody out for Atlanta in the 4th inning. Cone could certainly use a strikeout. Instead, it's a line drive to right. Winfield coming on to make the catch. Bream won't try it. He came about 15 feet down the line and then put the brakes on. So 1 out now and still runners at first and third here in the 4th inning.
Prevent that. Take 1 step back toward third. That prevents you from leaving too soon.
Lemke with a slow ground ball. Alomar can't play it. Bream has scored. Blauser heads to third. 2-0 Atlanta. Certainly a lot going on in this situation. Signs being relayed on both sides. That slapped to short, a one-hopper. Lee turns the double play with ease. So the Braves get 1, but it could have been worse for David Cone. After 4 major leagues with the Blue Jays off the campus of Washington State University. Very high and deep, but with room. David Justice at the edge of the warning track.
John Smoltz traded from the Detroit Tigers. As a matter of fact, he's from Detroit.
Down to third, bobbled by Pendleton. He recovers and throws him out. Three-2 pitch. Missed low with the fastball, and the Blue Jays have their 3rd base runner of the night on the 2nd walk thrown by Smoltz.
Doesn't apply to John Smoltz because there's a lot of lettuce for the fellow who can get us, and he's one of them.
Little broken bat looper that will drop. Borders to second, and he'll stop there. So Manuel Lee delivers the 2nd hit of the night for Toronto, and now they have the tying run aboard. He hasn't had one since the 2nd inning. The runners go. Cone lines it into center field to hit. Borders is being waved in. Nixon's throw is cut off. Throw to second, goes into center field. Lee hobbling toward third. He is hurt. Cone into second. It's 2-1 Atlanta. David Cone is 2 for 2. But the concern on the Toronto side at the moment is Manuel Lee, who went hobbling toward third base. Lemke has to hurry. White runs well. He bobbled it. Safe at first. Tie game as Lee has scored from third. To short. Nice play by Blauser as the ball bounced up at the last moment. That ends the inning. The Blue Jays get 2 to tie. Midway through game 2, 2-2 the score.
And we'll see.
Got him. Nixon frozen for the first out of the 5th, and that's just the 2nd strikeout of the night for Cone, who fanned 261 batters during the regular season. Well hit to right. A base hit for Sanders. He's now 7 for 12 lifetime against David Cone.
21 ball games that the Braves have played. In And here he's been on base twice.
And running. The pitch, a ball. The throw. One hopper gets away from Lee. Sanders heads to third. And again, he's hobbling as he arrives at third base.
Slider.
On the 3-2 pitch. Way outside, ball 4. So that sets up the inning-ending double play possibility. Cone has already escaped 2 jams. The 2-0 pitch. Chopped by Allen. The Braves go back on top 3-2. Winfield juggled the ball a bit. Sanders scored. The throw comes all the way into the plate. But Pendleton had stopped at third. It's a base hit and an RBI for David Justice. 3-2 Atlanta.
He was in last night's ball game. He worked the 8th inning, walking 1, striking out 1, giving up no runs and no hits.
The 0-1 to Hunter. Well hit to right field. On the run, Winfield toward the line to make the running catch. Pendleton coming to the plate, and he scores as the throw goes towards second. It's 4-2 Atlanta.
In the National League Championship Series, it's a good time to give him the green light.
Looked like he had it. He started to pull the trigger, but thought better of it with the ball low and away. He walks on 4 pitches. The first walk thrown by Wells, the 5th issued by Toronto pitching tonight. Now the 2-2 pitch. He struck him out with the fastball over the inside part of the plate. That ends the inning. The Braves lead 4-2 and will return to Atlanta-Fulton County Stadium after this word from your local station. And that's ball 4. The tying run will come to the plate in the person of Dave Winfield, who at age 41 seems to set a record every day. We asked him about it. You don't produce on the field, and then the teammates aren't really going to respect what you have to say in the clubhouse. Nixon comes in now to make the catch.
That's the fastball that we were talking about earlier when we mentioned Smoltz would come inside. A lot of people with common sense that don't have common baseball sense.
To short and caught. They will double off Carter. Joe was caught in between, trying to judge if that ball would hit the ground or be caught in the air by Blauser, and the double play ends the inning. On to the bottom of the 6th. 4-2 Atlanta. 1 for 2. He singled to drive in the second Atlanta run of the night in the 4th inning. He swings at the first pitch and lifts a lazy fly ball to center for the first out. Interesting, Tim, to see a couple of innings ago Lemke have trouble getting the ball out of his glove on the play. Devon White beat to first base and bounced into a double play. Facing David Wells with a count of 1-2. And Smoltz knew that he was out. So second strikeout for David Wells, who has faced 5 batters since coming in relief of David Cone.
Much better hitter right-handed than left-handed.
With .343 during the regular season from the right side. Winfield in the foul territory to make a nice play. No problems for Dave Winfield in right field tonight. On to the 7th. 4-2 Atlanta. Gruber swung at a pitch way out of the strike zone. They throw it down to first for the out. Well, when you're struggling, and Kelly Gruber is really struggling. That pitch was nowhere near the strike zone. But Atlanta responded immediately. David Justice with a single to score Deion Sanders. Borders with a base hit. Sanders watches it go by to the wall. Borders on his way to second with a 1-out double. Pat Borders continues to produce in the World Series for Toronto. He was 2 for 3 last night.
That power the other way as a left-hander.
The off-speed pitch got it. So Smoltz struck out 5 over the first 2 innings. Then he did not record another strikeout until here in the 7th, when he fanned Gruber to start the inning and now leave. 4-2 Braves. With a runner at second and 2 down in the Toronto 7th. That one bounced way out in front of the plate. And to third goes Pat Borders. On the second wild pitch of the night.
But look at the hitter-pitcher relationship more than the speed of the ball.
From the windup, the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out with a wicked breaking ball. Smoltz strikes out the side of the 7th. 7th inning stretch in Atlanta. 4-2 Braves. And as such, it's ruled ball 1. Broken bat line drive handled by Lee. In game 4, it's possible this is just a tune-up prior to his start. Alomar throws Pendleton up. I did not pack my CBS Sports parka. Justice packs a wallop to deep right center field. White on the warning track makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 go the Braves. We head to the 8th with Atlanta on top 4-2.
It will be the second complete game victory for the Braves.
White to center, the routine fly for Nixon. 1 out in the 8th inning. Airship Shamu is 51,763. The official attendance tonight for game 2 of the World Series. There's a base hit heading for the left field corner for Roberto Alomar. Sanders gets it back in, and Alomar stops at second with a 1-out double. So he has his first hit of the World Series. Up the middle, a base hit. Carter didn't hit hard, but he got it through. Alomar had to hold up to see if the ball would be caught. So he moves to third. Now the tying run is aboard at first, and the go-ahead run will come to the plate. Carter at first. 4-2 Atlanta in the top of the 8th inning. 1 out, 1-0 the count on Winfield. Chop to the right side. Base hit past Lemke. Alomar scores to make it 4-3. Carter on his way to third. He is safe, and it's a 1-run ball game. Dave Winfield with his first RBI in the World Series. Plate with the tying run at third. The go-ahead run at first with 1 out in the 8th inning. Mike Stanton's first pitch is popped up. Terry Pendleton in. 2 outs in the 8th inning. Toronto with runners at first and third and 2 outs. Strike 3, borderline pitch at best on the inside corner, and Gruber can't believe it.
Gruber thought the ball was inside.
And Berryhill due up in the bottom of the 8th inning. Atlanta holding on to a 1-run lead, 4-3. The Braves have been out hit 8-5. That's a smash. Gruber continues to play excellent defense. 1 out in the 8th inning.
Blauser and Dwayne Ward's teammates in the minor leagues for the Braves.
A nice way to treat your teammate. Blauser strikes out for the second out of the inning, and the first strikeout of the night for Dwayne Ward. Mike Timlin, Major League Baseball, with Ward setting up Henke so well all year long. And he blew away Berryhill. 2 strikeouts in the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Braves. We go to the 9th. Borders, Lee, and Ward due up. Atlanta leads by a run. Pinch hitters. He already has sent Derek Bell into the on-deck circle as Borders lines one to right. And Justice is there. 1 pitch and 1 out. Ball 4, low and away. Reardon went to the fastball and missed. And now the tying run is aboard at first base with 1 out in the top of the 9th inning. Well hit to left field. To the wall, Deion Sanders. Home run, Ed Sprague. Off the bench with a pinch hit 2-run homer off Jeff Reardon to give the Toronto Blue Jays a 5-4 lead. You mentioned Ed Sprague. Senior, he was on the Reds roster in 1972, but did not play in the World Series. Alomar pops up a bunt try. Lemke fields it. And that ends the inning. But the 2-run homer by Sprague has given Toronto the lead. Lemke, the pitcher, and Nixon do up for Atlanta in the bottom of the ninth.
World Series Game 1. Dennis Eckersley giving up the 2-run homer to Kirk Gibson to win it for the Dodgers.
Lemke. A shallow fly ball to left for Joe Carter. 1 out. And if the Blue Jays hang on and win this one.
For right-handed batters in postseason play against Tom Hinkie.
5-4 Toronto with 1 out and the bases empty in the ninth, and that hit Lonnie Smith. The fans boo, but certainly that's the last thing Tom Hinkie wanted to do, is put the potential tying run on base and bring the winning run to the plate.
Or run on the first pitch.
The first pitch is slapped to center field. And Devon White makes the catch. 2 away in the ninth inning. Now the 3-2 pitch. Just missed. Toronto leads 5-4. They took the lead on a pinch hit 2-run homer in the top of the ninth by Ed Sprague. First and second with 2 down for Atlanta in the bottom of the ninth, and Pendleton with a little pop-up. Kelly Gruber in the foul ground. He has it. And the Blue Jays have evened this series at 1 win apiece. Ed Sprague, the unlikely hero tonight.